things, George, and it is going to be Nuke, as we said, with Mad Lion starting out on that CT side.
Indeed. Mad Lions on that CT side. It's going to be a good time to be alive if you're a Mad Lions fan. The CT side, best side, especially on Nuke. It has never been more true, Dan. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this series. I mean, just as a bit more preface, Mad Lions are on an 11-match win streak, but again, all those teams are not like the same caliber of teams that Dignitas has been playing and beating, and already they're going to come in all guns blazing inside of the first round. It's going to be an easy-peasy pistol for Dignitas as they keep all 5 players alive.
Something you love to see, just a super effective start from Dignitas, getting things underway early on their map pick. Obviously, Mad Lions, they'll go for that 4 spy to try and get back into things early. No scout, interesting enough. It's something you see a lot from the CT4 spies, but not this time. They've gone for the 5 deagles, not electing to go for that the scoped zoom banger. Towards the yard, hoping to try and find shots, but it's Lecro who will take him out of action. Already an opening kill. Borup is now hoping to try and get a little bit of a cheeky angle on one of these Dignitas players around the smokes, but has to back away, as there just doesn't seem to be an opening for him right now. Maybe as this sort of fade, he can find something, and he does actually collect Freiburg. He gets to play a further around the corner. Forest eventually trades that out, and now Dignitas maintaining that man advantage. Gonna have to deal with a bit of lobby pressure from the Lions, because they've been able to take a lot of map control away in that direction. They do still have a player just holding from the lobby roof, making sure nobody goes aggressive towards the backside of this yard push, but Dignitas, 50 or just over 50 seconds. Still a decent amount of time to play with, and it looks like they're just going to split in towards this A site.
Probably the best course of action. Heaven is so strong in terms of getting into the A site, and when you can get control of it on the T side, it is pretty much an assured victory inside the round, because you can flank out the one player at the silo, who's likely the only player to cause you problems on your entry, but it's actually not to be this time. It's JL who finds the inaugural frag on the entrance, but it doesn't matter, because both he and Sorcel have been dealt with. It's just Warrow remaining, 1 versus 2. He's already down 55 HP, but he has already taken heat. Tagging down Halzerk as well, but Halzerk has just got the better weapon for the job. The AK able to put in more bullets in less of a space of time, and Dignitas will convert the pistol into a 2nd round victory, which should now send it straight into a 3rd round victory for them, because the money is not there for Mad Lions. They just do not have the cash in hand, so they're going to be taking the eco.
Yeah, you just have to. You have to concede. But you're still hoping you can maybe get a couple kills from this. Anything just to try and hurt their economy a little bit further on that Dignitas side. Forest and Heap are actually going to be wielding a couple Mac 10s here. Hoping to build up a little bit of cash. Obviously $600 per kill as opposed to the $300 you get for a rifle. And already they've found a lot of space towards that A site. They shot through the smoke though on that USP. It does collect one for Mad Lions. A quick trade is through, and I think that probably going to be the brunt of what they're going to be able to find. Ooh, a Dinko to Lecro as well. Needs to just be careful. That would be a huge giveaway, and Sorcel will collect him. Forest is going to go towards the yard to make sure they don't get away with that AK, and he does a fine job of that. And now Forest and JL, last 2 alive. Forest is starting to clean up, as is Heap. Only 1 kill on the Mac 10, but they will recover not quite all the AKs. Heap not only able to get to that AK in time.
Feels bad, man. It's okay, though. I'm sure they'll be alright with that.
Yeah.
Catching it out, getting it sorted, and now the buy comes out for the Mad Lions. This is the key time if you're a Mad Lions fan. Can Warrow get the AWP sorted early on? Get that outside control maybe completely commanded? Well, Dignitas are going to have other ideas as they battle down a wall of smoke outside, also flying through damage in towards Mini. It leaves Lekro with safe passage down in towards Secret. I don't think TMB is going to be all too aware of it. JL immediately getting bullied off the angle leaves the B site now open to extreme persecution. And with zero prejudice involved, it is going to be Freiburg to take the first frag on it into the site. Entry man for all of time. One thing that's consistent, death, taxes, Freiburg finding entry frags as Lekro catches TMB as well. Leaving a 3 versus 2 for Mad Lions to ponder how they want to react to it. Personally, with no kits and the bomb already well down on the B site, this would be an easy save call for me.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say. Yeah, especially when you got that AWP up for Warrow. Just doesn't seem logical to try and throw that away, especially when that could be such an weapon in the right hands. And I think Warrow is definitely the right hand. That's a great shot from Freiburg. Catches out one and still down to 15 HP from the bomb. Freiburg down to 2 HP from the nade. Look, he didn't get caught there. Don't know how that nade didn't do much damage. I think the stairs of Secret giving him a second life. It's 4-0 for Dignitas to start things out. A nice little beginning for them, and they look hope to build up on it, because that was a clean round coming through as well. Keeping a decent chunk of plays alive, building up a little bit of cash. It's going to at least look to try and build up money. I mean, Forest already has $8,000, Heap is at $5,000. The rest of the team not too shabby either. Definitely have enough for a rebuy if they need it. So for Mad Lions, you're going to have to find at least a couple in a row here to force Dignitas into an all-good position. But that's a great first shot on the Deagle. Boros find one as well, and it's an absolute catastrophe. It's only Heap alone. A 1 versus 5, and he can only get 2. But Mad Lions will sever the arteries and secure a first very, very quickly on that Deagle round. Oh my.
I didn't even have time to react, Dan. The Deagles just worked so effectively. It seemed like a really weird setup to be boxing yourselves in towards door like that, but when the Deagles get busy, you can see the objective behind it the entire way through. Dignitas lay waste to by Desert Eagles, by Squeaky Door, and that allows Mad Lions right back into this game. What looked to be like it should have been a 5-0 start, and then an opportunity to convert further for Dignitas. All of a sudden been halted. Bleeding has been stopped. Now it's going to be Dignitas' prerogative once again to try and find an angle back into this game. They've already found a hefty chunk of damage onto JL, but Freiburg goes wandering into the scope of Warrow, and that'll leave him taken down. So both these two players will now cycle their weapons away and try and find more appropriate positions to try and take control of this ramp we're in from.
I'm just going to back away from the yard now, Dignitas. Don't fancy a look out there anymore. Heap still in towards the lobby. He's been holding it for his team, and as the smoke begins to fade, he's going to start creeping through the Squeaky Door. If he could catch the timing onto TMB, that would be huge. I think he's going to stay secured in that corner. Heap looking to try and find an opening out of a nade, and Heap, as he pushes forward, can't get it. Warrow with the AUG is going to find the opening. Borup at least finds another as well, and it's all falling apart with only Forest left to have a say. And unfortunately for him, Mad Lions will secure a second as they're getting the CT side underway now.
He's good, but he's not that good. Forest couldn't quite pull off that 1 versus 3, but yes, the CT side is starting off. It's getting big, it's getting beefy, and already the money for Dignitas is quite the opposite. It's skinny and frail and a bit like me, really. Yeah. As we now get a technical timeout, Dan, I'm assuming here. I hope this is, again, nothing serious. We've already had one far too long technical timeout today. So I'm hoping that this one isn't going to be quite as severe as the last. Please, Gaben, keep the CSGO network online.
Yeah?
That would be really appreciated.
I think the issue was, obviously, you can't join a game if the CSGO network goes down. If you're already in one, you're fine. And unfortunately, we just finished a map, so...
Yeah.
Definitely unable to join the game.
Okay, it looks like the technical timeout is resolved anyway, so thankfully not going to be an hour-long pause like we had earlier between maps. So Dignitas, very ready to now try and do something with the little that they have. It is going to be the 2 Desert Eagles, the 3 AK-47s. immediately jumping into the sights of Waro. But just going to dance around, just going to evade Waro for long enough that he's actually going to be forced to back away from Garage. Quick adjustment, though, will make him catch Lekro. That's one of the Desert Eagles gone. Alzerk is going to be tempting fate with Sorcel over towards Hut, but thinks better of it. Sorcel just keeps jiggling the angle for now. Keep gonna go aggressive and gonna get the frag. I really have expected Sorcel to get that angle, but Pika's advantage every single time. Waro taken down now by Heap. More up in the sight. Heap gets 3. Now looking for the 4 and 5 up top. Well, 4 for Heap, 5 for Forest. It's going to be the 5th for Dignitas as well, and that's a way to get back on the board, keeping the 3 players alive with weapons, losing the 2 Desert Eagles. That's one hell of a way to go.
Oh, huge round from him. He's been looking to try and find these openings for his team quite a few rounds now. Some more successful than others. This time, very, very successful from him as Dignitas will fight back. Mad Lions constricted to just a couple rounds on the board so far on this CT side. And if Dignitas are able to pick up 2-3 more rounds on this T side, that's going to be a very nice sort of situation for them switching over to the defense. As TMB is going to be trying to lock it down to the yard. Lekro just going to walk through the smoke. That's easy pickings for the M4, and he's going to spam through for lots of damage.
No way.
Another kill as well onto Forest, as he's left with 8 HP, but he's going to... Oh, he even gets a 3rd? He's just absolutely ransacked and pillaged towards the yard. Borop's going to go sneaky towards Squeaky, and now it's Halzerk alone, and Waro shuts him down.
What a round, Dan, for TMB. Completely changes Mad Lion's fortunes in a heartbeat and a spray through the smoke. All of a sudden, Dignitas are back to being broke again this time. They definitely don't have the finances to get any AKs up in the round. So what's it going to be? Forest may be the only player with the feasibility to do so, but it looks like they're going to be taking a conservative approach. The Eco coming out, no less. Couple of upgraded pistols being purchased up later on into the buy phase, but now it's all over. So they're going to go in with Glocks, Desert Eagle for Forest, P250 for Heap. And, well, that Desert Eagle for Forest doesn't last very long, Dan, as his head has been taken off by Waro, who's looking pretty damn good outside at the moment. I'm excited to see how this guy can develop, and I'm also especially excited to see how he can develop in this game as well. When Halzerk gets rolling with the AWP, that'll be certainly an interesting battle.
I was actually really excited to see Waro in action today. One of those players you just sort of, you love to sort of watch. Another one of these Ukrainian sort of amazing sort of almost superstar AWPers that just seem to be coming out the wazoo right now from that region. Some other players like Wonderful, obviously there's I don't know if you've heard of him, Simple.
Oh yeah, he's quite good.
Yeah. There's just a lot of sort of CIS talent, especially from Ukraine with these sort of AWPs that just, yeah, it's just comes around all the time. Or it's coming around lately, and it's great to see. They are just very enjoyable to watch.
They are indeed, Dan. I'm glad you share the same opinion as myself.
Yeah. That's why I love Train so much. That was so much fun to watch an AWPer like that on, just have a little bit of a play around on that map. It sucks to see it gone, but Ancient's fine, I guess. He's just going to go running towards this site, though, as Dignitas don't want to try and let off the gas. It's just full assault, round after round. Borok finds a couple, but the trades are actually pretty good. They've managed to bring it into a 2v1, but just through the smoke, TMB can't believe his luck. As they just keep gifting him frags through these smokes, and now 1v1, not enough ammo in the clip, as he tags up Forest. He's going to lie and lurk behind the vents. That Molotov's going to make life difficult, but Forest realizes the threat before it's too late, and he does get out of dodge. 41 HP, he's just going to back away. TMB still at full HP, has a kit as well. Forest over towards ramp. He's wary of CT trying to chase him for now. He's going to be left alone because actually TMB's going to wrap around towards Heaven. He's wary of Yard. You will hear the bomb plant going down in a second, but it'll be too late to do anything about it, and this is going to give Forest such a great afterplant, George.
He's been bamboozled here. TMB does not know what's happened, and now Forest has the opportunity, like you say, to get whatever position he can wherever he wants to find it. So all over the shop, he's looking to try and B, but TMB meandering his way into the site, going to be penetrating from ramp. It is Forest, tucked away behind the boxes, and with the place the bomb's planted, surely that won't be the first place you check. The smoke slightly overthrown, and Forest will pick up as soon as he hears the steps and the smoke. It is an easy 1 versus 1 for Forest in the end, despite it should not really have come that close. TMB is just getting outrageously fortuned through the smokes, around the smokes, players pushing into him through smokes. He's just getting really successful around smokes, all in all. Smoke Criminal V2, perhaps? TMB your man? Well, maybe. We're still yet to really take that crown off of Stewie 2K just yet. But even still, Dignitas kind of saved a little bit with that round as well, actually. The 1 versus 1 doesn't really help them financially speaking, because they really do need the firepower, but they're going to be coming in with the MAC-10s, and they do just fine already, Dan. 2 frags for Dig as they smash open the A site with breakneck pace.
This is just a save call now from MADL, surely. Down by 2, yeah, you've done damage to Lecro and Heat, but it's not going to be enough to really facilitate a retake of this round. So let's just sit back. Waro tries to hold on to this AWP, watching towards main with that weapon, hoping he can maybe pick up a frag on somebody, but actually a little bit wary of other angles. JL's watching towards heaven. Oh, a little bit of a clip there. Slipped him through the little chains of the forklift. Obviously not that bulletproof.
Plonk.
Was low HP, but
it works in the end. Gets the job done, doesn't it?
For sure.
A bit like Bob the Builder, working together to get the job done.
Yeah.
More niche British pop culture references for those who don't understand. That's what we provide here.
Yeah.
Actually, fair, I'm not sure Bob the Builder. I'm pretty sure Bob the Builder is like a multinational thing. I don't think it's that like closed off. What do you mean?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. People know Bob the Builder. He's iconic. He's a true iconoclast now. One thing that is also rather iconic thinking about it is the fact that Dignitas have been able to find 7 rounds so far on the T side of Nuke, which I don't want to, oversell it, and I don't want to seem over dramatic here. That's pretty big. That's huge, as a matter of fact. Nuke is often considered to be a particularly CT-sided map, and to have 7 rounds on it already is serious metal. But Waro gonna luckily get Freiburg with the incendiary that he drops, and the one with the AWP to bring it into a 4 versus 3, despite losing the first blood. Dignitas find themselves now at a disadvantage, and may still yet find their woes continuing as Borup and TMB close the round up.
I mean, I think both teams at this point are going to be pretty happy with this start. I mean, Mad Lions probably hoping they can get a few more at the end of this half, but for Dignitas, definitely 7 is going to be enough on this T side. Mad Lions are going to be hoping for a little bit more, but there's still time to play with, so for them, they've got an opportunity here with Lecro just left on a deagle. Obviously, no AWP either for the Dignitas side. Use Waro a little bit of space to work with. Out with TMB is just spamming through smokes yet again. This time, Heap's Tracers, I think, give him away. And already an opening pick for the Mad Lions, and it's JL to double that down.
Plan still, though, pretty good here, and the retake position slightly better. So despite it being a 3 versus 5, there is a world in which this one can be done. Oh, wow! Does Borup find that frag? And then Lecro falls too. It's a 1 versus 5 now for Alzerk. He's good, but this is going to be some serious hard work, and he's only up to the first 2 frags. The site was already being swarmed by JL as well, so there was not really much chance of that one panning on out. But I'm so confused how Forest doesn't find that first frag on the vent drop. With that frag, I'm sure that round becomes a whole lot easier, because then Lecro doesn't have to worry about what's going on out to the other side, and then maybe the round looks a little bit easier for Dig. But as it is, they concede it. And now, as a result, Dan, they concede the economy too. It's in tatters.
You have to take the eco here. Maybe a few pistols brought up by, like, Halzerk. And, I think as well, Forest had a little bit of cash to play with. Heap had a little bit of cash to play with. But yeah, you have to concede this one and let the Mad Lions tie up this game. I think Forest maybe was just looking at the map or something, the radar, seeing what was going on around the map, and unfortunately just gets caught in the bad time, and it happens to the best of us. More.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Missed shot made up for.
Yeah. Little one tap with the USB. Obviously the guy low HP, but still. Still a headshot.
Still looked cool.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, isn't it? We don't play Counter-Strike to win. We play it for style points.
Yeah, that's why we see everybody trying to 360, you know?
Yeah.
Basically, Call of Duty.
Don't even say that. Don't swear to me like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I bring up your sort of swollen past there, don't I?
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, Dan. I'm still getting over the emotional trauma.
Well, George, talk about Dignitas getting this bomb plant down then.
I'll talk about that. That seems good to me. Again, another position in which they can try and set up a post plant, but it's not really gone as intended. Halzerk manages to get one frag, and now Halzerk inside the vents is going to be left with just that one frag. Thankfully, inside the site, Lekro's done well to get one, but he is about to be hunted and hounded. Players all around him. It's just Heap to defend. Sorcel is already defusing the bomb, but he gets off it. And as a result of him getting off it, Dan, there won't be enough time to defuse it. Bit of a mistake there from Mad Lions because it was planted behind the silo where Sorcel could definitely have held it. But now that concedes the half lead to Dignitas, they end up getting away with it. And as a result, 8-7, 8-6, 8-9, whatever it becomes, 9-6 or 8-7. Still a great half for Dig here. They have excelled themselves well and truly. After that pistol round victory, they have not slowed down. They've not shown us that they have more to their T site. They have more to their nuke than just CT.
Always good. And Forest, he's just eating down the vent.
Love it.
Did you know?
Age can't slow this man down.
Did you know Jeremy Clarkson brought Yeet into the foyer before he ever pulled JL? Well, that would have been cool if he'd been able to get more than one. Unfortunately, gets cut down by Freiberg, and now he'll try and reunite with his long-lost buddy Forest over towards that B site.
Thank you for your fun tidbit about Jeremy Clarkson and Yeet into common parlance.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember what the actual full reason was, but he pours something on like the front of a Porsche radiator and goes, yeet, yeet.
That kind of just sounds like, good soup. But either way, we might have Freiberg with some good soup here. Lekro especially trying to help one out. It's actually turned into chaos, but I think in the end, there should still be a win for Dignitas because the bomb is already too far ticked away, and Warra will get taken down for good measure. So 9-6 for Dignitas at the halftime. Join us after this break to see if they can transition that into a map victory. Hello everybody, welcome back. Dignitas versus Mad Lions on Nuke. It's map number 1 of this thrilling best of 3. And Dan has had a brainwave over the little halftime break there, Dan. So why don't you share it with us all about why we're not going to see Tudson?
Well, I mean, I didn't have a brainwave. I asked the admins, and they gave me an answer.
Okay. Oh. I thought that you'd been really smart, and you could have taken credit there.
I could have.
So props to you for not doing that.
Well, thank you to Rookie for giving me the answer. And if you are wondering why Tudson isn't playing as I was, or wondering whether he is going to play, it's because he, if they switch him in, they'll forfeit 20% of their RMR points. Obviously, RMR event.
Valve don't like substitutes.
Around, no, if you switch things around, you have to concede some of your points, and yeah, that's why we probably won't be seeing Tudson playing. So this is the lineup Mad Lions will use, and it's the pistol round. It's the lineup that Mad Lions will get an opening kill with. Having some decent success towards the A side. Actually, a lot of success with Borup and TMB finding kills. It's now all up to Heat for 1 versus 4. And the CT is not going to be able to find the pistol, I don't think, unless Heat can do something magical.
Wow. Good pistol round there from Mad Lions. They took a leaf out of Dignitas' book from the first half and just went hell for leather inside of the A site, started tanning that leather real hard, giving it the old clap, giving it the old smack, and they managed to find themselves the pistol round victory. Good stuff for them. Very deserved. Very strong. And now this potentially opens up a chance for them, Dan, to level the playing field, level the scores, because it only takes one frag here, one round, sorry, against this force buy to wreck Dignitas' economy, but they've got to get through that force buy first, and already it's going to be big damage done. And then Forest on top of the hut trying to inflict more, but it's not gone according to plan as of yet. Heat now tapping away with the Deagle. Finds one, backs away, 3-on-3, subsequently ensues. Now JL going for the plant, Freiberg speculatively tapping on through, but as the smoke dissipates, he's left exposed, leaving it all up to Heap. 1-on-3, already down to 36 HP, and he's now out of it as well. That wasn't very easy for Dignitas. In fact, it looked quite difficult, and as a result, they concede their 8th. They'll be back onto the full eco here, I imagine.
I'm looking at a tie game as well, with this next round to come through. Mad Lions having a good start to this TR. They'll love that. Because obviously they're not going to be too happy with a bit of a deficit at half-time. You want to, on that CT side, be coming away with the sort of round lead. But yeah, they're making up for it with the pistol round. That's good to see. And hopefully for them, they can try and convert a little bit more than just a pistol round. You don't want, as soon as the guns come out, for Dignitas to just start rolling away with things, because it leaves you a little bit deflated in some regards. Oh, Warrow's going to be very deflated after his head is punctured, and now Forrest looking for more towards the yard. Going to get left for dead as he, along with his teammates, butchered. Now Freiberg, last man alive, dies to the Mac 10. A couple of kills on that weapon, a little bit of extra cash before we head into the first gun round, and here you go. Halzerk is going to bring out that AWP very, very early on.
I don't think we even saw Halzerk use the AWP once in the first half, did we? Which makes for an interesting juxtaposition now, because I'm interested to see whether Mad Lions are going to use the AWP on their T-half. I imagine they will. Warrow is a big fan of that weapon and is very, very good with it, but this might now be the chance that Halzerk has been looking for. So far, 6-14 isn't really blowing my socks off, Dan. So maybe this AWP is going to be the chance that he needs. Already finds at least the opening. Tags Warrow. Maybe even a follow-up shot just speculatively through the smoke, but in the end it's not to connect. But thankfully Forrest has got more. That gives them the advantage. In fact, Freiberg's got one more onto TMB, leaving now a 3-on-5. The gun round going exceptionally for Dignitas so far, but Warrow is in deep. He's found that AWP. He's found Halzerk, taking him down in heaven. He's now embedded. He's deep behind enemy lines, but he's finally been uncovered. I'm afraid Lecro has no time for sleeper agents.
A little bit disjointed from Mad Lions there. A lot of individual peaks that I don't really know what was going on with that peeking through the hut. No real flashbangs, I don't think, to assist with that. He ends up just getting caught out, as you would probably expect, just walking dry in towards the A site. Also, though, he's left very low on HP, and with his teammate going down, a 1 versus 3. We've seen a few of these recently, George. That's a first shot. Lecro is gone. That's one of the high HP players gone as well. So now just Heap with 100 HP. And his, I guess, Sorcel's HP is very comparable to Forest. So not an unwinnable situation. 25 seconds as well. He's going to wrap around through the yard. Hope to come at this A site from a different angle. But both of these players are embedded inside of this site. It's going to be so difficult for him to try and get an opening here, as Forest might get caught out, though. It's an easy shot for him, but Sorcel's not going to expect the player on the rafters. And it's Heap that closes it down. A little bit of
toxic.
BM, though. I love it. I love it.
It's toxic. Heap toxic? Question mark? Come on, boys. You can do better than that. Nah. Be friendly with each other. Play nicely.
Nah. Shoot those bodies.
All right, Dan.
Yeah. I've told you about Manezi before.
I think you've got some issues you might need to sort through there.
Nah, I love BM.
You love BM? You like bad manners? All right,
of
then.
Course.
I'll treat you as poorly as possible at all times.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, this is starting to get weird. We'll move on. As Dignitas are going to try and move on with this game into the 11th round. It would be perfect for them, but their bye isn't really anything to write home about here because of it coming down to a 1 versus 1, not really having the money built up on the CT side yet. They're going to be sporting FAMASs, they're going to be sporting MP9s. It's not looking like the most solid of buys, really, when you compare it to that of Mad Lions, but I suppose if you have anything going for you, it's that they have a similar amount of utility to what you do. So whatever hit they choose to make is going to be semi-limited in its availability.
Be an interesting angle. Warrow is sort of looking over this way right now, but I'm not sure if he's predicting this exact angle from Lecro. Certainly he could get caught with a nade in his hands. He's spammed up through the smoke. Lecro will take the peek and will find the frag. FAMAS secures it, and a man advantage now for Dignitas as they're trying to push out through Squeaky. A little bit of a tenure spray from Freiburg on the MP9, but the SMG does its job. As they try and push in towards the A side, it's not going all too well. It's just JL remaining. Oh, but they line up, and he could get the final. No, it's a knife from Lecro to seal it out. Whether it's style, whether it's necessity, he certainly got the kahoonies.
I think he was completely out of ammo. I actually think his options were just to knife him while he had to reload. JL got so lucky with the lineup, but Halzerk and Lecro, I just suppose, get a little bit luckier. I mean, they all go down in the end, but apart from Lecro. And that knife actually goes such a long way. I think that buys the AWP for Halzerk. That's why I'm saying he's lucky. As now Dignitas have another opportunity to get their foot in the door. Warrow decides it's time to go for the force bite, and the rest of his team do not. Seemingly not singing from the same hymn sheet here. And Halzerk will punish him for it. Come on, get on the same page as your team, man. Halzerk picks out that AK, makes the round all the more easy now, as Heap has to retreat, but he knows that he's got a number of players, all of which likely to be unarmored heading his way. Halzerk dealing well with the AWP, gets another one onto Sorcel, just Borup remaining, but it's, I'm afraid, oh sorry, TMB remaining. Another Dane that Lecro can clean up anyway.
Ball's coming through. I think it's
Pause
needed
champ.
for the Mad Lions. Did you just say pause champ?
Pause champ, yeah.
Oh, dear me, George. We need to get you some help.
I do need to get checked out, to be fair. Been meaning to get on that for a while.
Yeah. Right, I'll check you in somewhere. But pause does come through from Mad Lions, and I think that's a good choice. I think 9 to 12 here. It's been a few rounds in a row since these guns have come out for the Dignitas side. A couple attempts from Mad Lions and a couple close rounds with these clutches that almost were to be. And actually, they use a second timeout as well.
Damn.
They need a minute to talk things over. And obviously, they've got Cuban as their coach, but with it being an RMR event, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be there. You're not allowed to use the coaches. So this is going to be all just the plays in the server using this time to discuss. No outside help from a coach.
I still am not sure how I feel about those major rulings, by the way.
Yeah.
On the whole coaching thing. Don't know. Always feels weird. Seems strange to me. I don't know. I feel like, you know, every other esport uses coaches. What's the beef?
I don't know. It was just the hand we've been dealt right now. Shouldn't have abused the coach book, should they?
Yeah, to be fair, they only have themselves to blame for that one, as a matter of fact. That's probably a big portion of the reason why Valve were like, maybe we don't want you, Condon.
Covered that one up nicely. Well done.
Yeah, sorry, I had something in my throat there, yeah.
The space
Oh,
Mad
well.
Lions have been given, though. You've got TMB already in towards the garage. I don't think Dignitas have any idea this is a possibility. Or maybe they know it's a possibility, but don't know if it's been taken advantage of. Let's let go. Yeah, he's ready for this. He's ready for TMB. Easy shot for him on the AK. As opening kill goes the way of Dignitas. He's going to double that one up. The nade should do good damage as well as JL wants to push forward. But he pays a price with blood. Oro, though, is on the lurk. Managed to creep his way through the yard, has gotten himself over towards hell. If he goes up the ladder, this could actually be a really good position for him to play from. The bomb right now is over towards ramp. Unsure where they want to try and move that one from here, but if Waro is able to find success in towards this A site, that would definitely pan out well for the Mad Lions side, but Forrest is ready and waiting for this angle. Freiburg maybe still out in the open. Could get caught, but Forrest's attention is going to get pulled just at the wrong moment. Waro sneaks out, finds himself too. He does lose a teammate in the process, but they need to get the bomb. 5 seconds. Sorso just about gets on the plant, and they should have it secured. Hauser is going to try and push out the vent. He's careful, but he's looking for Waro, and he gets the kill. Hugely impactful as Mad Lions, they get the bomb planted, but can't secure 10. Dignitas going to keep on rolling on this CT side.
They do indeed. They're just going to keep that ball rolling on through. I thought that round could have been over when Waro found that 2K up in heaven. Forrest just looking the wrong way at the wrong time, distracted by a player coming through squeaky door. Freiburg calling for his help. And I thought that heaven position could have been oh so potent. In the end, he has to drop into the site to make sure the bomb gets planted safely. At the loss of his teammate, really the catalyst for all of that. It's now Mad Lions have to put their best foot forward. But unfortunately, at the moment, it's starting to look like they've got 2 left feet. Can't quite dance their way through this one on Nuke, at least. Because immediately, the pressure is mounting at 9-30. They are 4 rounds down. The buy just isn't there for them in this round. Waro really is their only saving grace, but it is the Deagles getting it done with JL. Forrest emerges from the vents, gets JL, but again gets spammed on down. It's all becoming a bit of a chaotic kind of round here. Ulzerk rotates into the site. We'll see the bomb is down. And as a result of that, we'll try and press on into the lobby. We hear Sorsal spamming away, so they know roughly where he is, but it's not going to deter him. He's going to come back on out, wait for Sorsal to peek on through, and now they know they have autonomy, complete control over the bomb, Dan. Waro looking for the flank, but even he is not going to be able to anticipate these 2 players, I'm sure of it. Heap at second vent, Halzerk at squeaky door. If he gets one, the other will trade him away, and he doesn't even get the first. Halzerk's ready for it. Ready and waiting for 14.
This map looks like it's already over, George. Mad Lions unable to get anything really going consistently on this T side. The only rounds they've won so far have been those conversions off the back of the pistol round, and now Dignitas are just streaking away. Clothes are off.
Okay.
Not
Didn't
just
think that's what you were going with the streak in there. There's like 10 different meanings, but you went with that one.
Yeah, just, you know, it's more than just the gloves being off right now. It's the entire wardrobe, and now Mad Lions with a gun round are hoping they can find success, but Lekro's hunting. Lekro's succeeding as he takes Borup, the Dane, away. Dignitas with that man advantage, but look at the damage that's been done in return. Heap is so low on HP. Lekro's been tagged up a little bit as well. And Halzerk needs to be careful because Waro is right behind him. And it's going to be a freebie for him. Easy as you like for Waro with that AK-47. He's not upgrading to the AWP. At least not yet. He's happy with the AK. It's 4-on-4. They still need to get themselves in towards one of these sites, and Lekro is now going to be the one to stand guard over towards these secret steps. Sorsal is already down, and just around the corner. It's a bit of a Mexican standoff.
Seems like we got ourselves a bit of a Mexican standoff. And they all going to reveal their identities being different all at the same time. Like that Key and Peele sketch. You know what I'm on about. I'm sure you do. You're cultured like that, Dan. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I don't appreciate Heat being taken down in such an aggressive and violent fashion. TMB absolutely taking no prisoners as Sorsal now comes in to pinch out Lekro. He has limited chances here to make this one work, but grabs the first, and that's the bomb carrier, no less. Even Incendiary's off the bomb to buy himself some more time and space. Anticipating that the player from ramp is about to make his way into the site, he readjusts his position. Unbeknownst to him, he's already there! Oh, Lekro! He's dealt with it expertly! He's found the 3K, transfer between the two players. It's just JL with absolutely no time to play with. He better get away because he's only on 19 HP. They desperately need that AK moving forward. And he dies after the time as well. He's only got $1,000 to play with. What a disaster for Mad Lions. What a round for Lekro. The ace for Lekro, no less.
Oh, love to see it. And exactly what Dignitas needed. 15-9, 6 map points here on Nuke, because Mad Lions just haven't been able to get going on this T side. They have one final shout to try and get themselves a last hurrah maybe on this first map. Obviously, we will head to their map pick next. Of course, it's going to be Mirage, but right now, they want to try and get at least a little bit more on Nuke, and it's a couple AKs, a couple Galeos. JL, as you say, not enough cash. He's just left with the Deagle, and Lekro has already found an opening. Lots of spray coming through. Forrest collects one as well, and JL has 1 HP. TMB has managed to sneak to the vents, but Forrest sniffs him out. In cold blood, in cold murder, it's Forrest taking them all down. It's Dignitas securing 16.